Okay, here's the video guide for lesson 4.1.2, connecting our slope ratios and our specific angles in the last lesson, and we're going to try to use them here in this lesson. So the angles we found last time, we had an 11-degree angle, and that had that slope ratio of 1 over 5. We had a 22-degree angle that had a slope ratio of 2 over 5. We had a 45-degree angle that had a slope ratio of 1 over 1. And we had maybe another one I can't think of right now, but if we run into it, we will use it. Okay, and so we're going to try to use those ratios. If we see an 11-degree angle, okay, remember that has a ratio of 1 over 5. If we see a 22-degree angle, we know what to do, and we're going to try to do that. And it's this introduction to trigonometry, this study of the measures of a triangle. Okay, here we can see an 11-degree angle, and so what does this tell you about the triangle? To what other triangles does it relate? Use any information we have to solve for y. Well, I knew in my first lesson, or my lesson last time, that an 11-degree angle had that triangle with a slope ratio 1 over 5. And so this triangle here is going to be similar to that original triangle, which had that slope ratio 1 over 5. And so I'm going to use my 1/5 ratio, set it equal to what I have here, and have this be y divided by 20. And again, we kind of have this equivalent ratios where I can now solve for what y is going to be, because it's going to be similar to my original 1/5 triangle, because that's what I learned in the last lesson. Okay, so 11 degrees tells me I need to use 1/5, and I can set up my equivalent ratio. Here we have a 22-degree angle. 22-degree angle, that's always a 2 over 5 ratio. Okay, and now I can set that 2 over 5 ratio that I get from 22-degree angle, and I can set it equal to the ratio of this triangle, and again, know they're similar because this is our idea. These are similar triangles, similar slope triangles. It's just going to be changing our y and x value. And so this time, 2 over 5, well, that's y divided by 25, and I can set up my equivalent ratio and solve here. Again, I have an 11-degree angle in part B here. 11-degree angle, that's 1 over 5. And then I can set up my equivalent ratio with the one they're giving me, and that's going to be 100 divided by x, because it's always y over x, changing y over changing x. Okay? Here, 45-degree angle that had that ratio of 1 over 1, and so I can do 1 divided by 1, set it equal to my ratio in this one, which looks like it'll be 13 over a. Can solve there. And then we see this ratio here where 4 divided by 4, well, 4 divided by 4, my slope ratio is the same thing as 1 divided by 1, so which angle goes with the 1 divided by 1 ratio, slope ratio? And we can answer the question that they're looking for there in part D. All right, part E, I see kind of a similar thing, 20 over 50, that reduces down to 2 over 5, and I can say, okay, what angle goes with the 2 over 5 slope ratio? Answer that question there. And then here I have this one where they're giving me 79, and I need to find this y. Well, 79 doesn't look familiar to me, so I'm going to go to the next slide to try to answer this one. Okay, we have this 79-degree angle, and Sheila says, actually, well, can't we say that this triangle down here is the same as the triangle that's up here? And we can agree if we think that's true or not. Okay, are they the same triangle actually? And then can we use this 11-degree angle to actually help us find x in this problem, which would then be the same as y in this problem? Okay, so we can actually, by seeing it as not a 79-degree triangle, but as an 11-degree, we can maybe answer this question. And that comes from here, the triangle sum theorem, 90, 79, 11, that has to be the third angle, and we can probably use it there. Okay, we are going to build our trig table, and since I put this in here as a link, you can click on this link, and it's going to bring open your trig table, which you can then use Cami to fill in. And right now we have 11-degree, we have a 22, we have a 45, and actually we have a 79. As we continue working through, we should be able to fill out this chart. So I'm going to have you fill this out for the angles we know now, and then I want you to save the document because we're going to use it again. So save it somewhere on your computer where you can open it up and we can keep filling this thing out as we work through chapter 4. Okay? And then lastly, where are we at? And again, when you hit this screen and you're in this confusing area, please just let me know what's going wrong, or please send me just an email saying this lesson didn't really make sense, I'm confused, help me out. All right? And again, if you joined in for a live lesson. Thank you, and again, ask those questions when you have them. I'm here to help.